Hey, what's up, fam? Blkhippiee here, coming in with a new video today, and we're gonna be feeding Bubba, my ball python. He is, I want to say, a year and a half, a year and like 8 months or so. I got him. He was my first snake actually that I got way back in, I want to say, like June, May, June. It was around there. He was the first snake I got, and he was originally in that smaller enclosure. And when I got home, I realized he was way bigger, and I was like, dang, dude. So then I upgraded him to that larger enclosure, and he's been doing really well. So, like I said, today we're gonna be feeding Bubba. It's my ball python. A lot of people I've heard who have issues feeding their ball python, I think it has a lot to do with the heating process and how they're heating their prey. I'll take just room temperature water, so that's just like cold water, right, straight from the faucet, and first of all, you take your rodent, you put it in like a Ziploc freezer bag. I put them in Ziploc freezer bags just to keep water from penetrating. I think if water gets inside of the bag, it can kind of descent the rodent, and then your snake's not gonna want to eat it because it's not gonna smell like a rat, right? So, what am I gonna say? So then you place it in here, cold water, and since it depends on how big the prey size is. This is a small rat, so a small rat for me typically it takes about like an hour and a half to defrost. And so the number one thing I can say is that like you never want to defrost a rodent or any kind of prey in hot water or warm water. You want to start with cold water first. Let the frozen item reach room temperature, so like 75 degrees, 73 degrees. Then you can start the heating process, and then you can put like some hot warm water in there. I have a heat gun, so using a thermometer gun, you're just super accurate. You take the guesswork out. It makes your life a lot easier. I'll take the temperature of the water, and so like I said, room temperature water is usually about like 73, 72 degrees. And then so once my rodent is at that temperature, which this one is right now, I'll then put hot water in there, hot warm water, and that's usually like 110, 108 degrees. And once again, I know that because I tested. And once the rodent reaches about, I was like 93, 94 degrees, usually you want it to be hotter than their hot side. Mine right now is set to 90 degrees, so I like to get it right above 90 degrees, and it usually kind of catches their attention. Anything under that, I mean, sometimes they could go for it, but I think you're just making it a little bit harder for yourself. So try to get it to like a little bit higher than what your hot side is. And if they're still not taking it, you can use a blow dryer. I've done that before, especially when I have like new snakes. Sometimes they may like be a little bit nervous, not nervous, but maybe they're used to live right before I got them. And so that transition, sometimes when they need help transitioning, it's good to use a blow dryer. In this situation, I don't need to because I know what he likes, and he doesn't need the blow dryer anymore. Like I said, it gets about like that 93, 94, 97 degrees, and he goes right for it every single time. So, each snake is also an individual, so you kind of have to just kind of study them and take notes. Like I have a whole planner, and I take like all the notes down, and that way, once again, taking the guesswork out of your keeping of snakes, it just makes it a lot easier. So I highly recommend jotting down, taking notes, and logging these things because it's really important. So like I said, now I'm gonna go change the water because it's time to change the water. Okay, so I replaced the water with some Okay, so I just replaced the hot water, or I replaced the cold water with hot water, and now it's like we're really now the heating process is about to start, or is starting. And the reason why that's important is because if you heat up a prey item that's already frozen, what's gonna happen is that the whole, how do you say, imagine there's a bag inside that contains, or that pretty much like helps contain all the guts, right? So I'm talking about the guts of the animal. What's gonna happen is you're gonna pretty much expand that, and then it's gonna bust. And that happens, you're pretty much gonna cook it inside. And so what's gonna happen is when when your snake goes to bite and constrict, you know, there are horror stories of what's called exploding rat. I've never experienced that, but just like reading online stories and talking to people who've experienced that makes me never want to experience that. Anyways, so I'm gonna let this go ahead and continue the frosting. And anyways, I'm gonna get to that temperature I told you guys already before. Anyways, so we're just gonna go ahead with the feeding. All right, see you guys on the other side. And that rat is gone. It was there a second, and I just didn't want to film the rest because I felt like you could tell he just wanted some peace time, or he just wants to be left alone. So we're just gonna leave him be. Hey, what's up, fam? So you guys just saw Bubba successfully ate again. You know, I think the best way to really help, or I shouldn't help, but the best way to get them to eat, I think, is you know, just heating up the rodent properly. Even more important than that, technically, is the husbandry. So, you know, it's making sure that the humidity is high enough, that the temperatures are, you know, on your low side and on your hot side are on point. You know, those basics are really important. And it's not just doing it one day, but it's like trying to maintain it every day and on a daily basis. And that way I feel like, you know, your snake is gonna eat, like, you know, they're gonna be healthy. And so when you're healthy, it's a little bit easier to eat. If you watch my channel, you know we keep it positive. And so today's positive challenge of the day, or the positive challenge of today, is to join a community. To join a fun community, like a community that represents like a passion of yours. Like for me, snakes are a big part. I've always been fascinated by snakes. I love them. So I'm super passionate about them. And so it's really fun. I'm in probably like maybe 6 or 7 different groups across different platforms, communities and whatnot. And the reason why I bring this up, I think it's super positive because whenever you get a new animal, maybe it's the first time you've ever had one, maybe it's your 4th one, I don't know. But these communities really are helpful. I feel like they can provide you with, you know, support. And that way, for me personally, I remember like when I was first getting into collecting, and these groups really, I felt like helped, you know, kind of helped ease my anxieties, because I had several different anxieties, like feeding, handling, like things like that when I was new, right? And so the best way to really understand is hands-on and just experimenting and just, getting a hands-on experience. That's the positive challenge of the day. Once again, just to join a community. If you're already a part of a community, join another, join a different one. And also engage in that community as much as you can. I think that's a big part. So engaging in other people's comments, maybe you post something every day, something like that. When people have questions, or maybe it's something you have some experience on, you can help them out. Anyway, so that does it for us, fam. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. More cool content, more stuff coming up as well. Anyway, so last but not least, I just started a new series called Everybody Snakes. And so what it is, it's just like pop cultural references of, this pop culture artists from, all different time periods who are rocking snakes. If you're a fan of snakes and you like pop culture, there you go. So you can check them out on my Etsy account. I would say, because I'm a graphic designer, I design these and I also print them out myself. And so I would say, if you want one, let me know. The turnaround for these are probably about like a week. So if you're interested, let me know. That does it, folks. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you hit that subscription button and also that alert button, right? That bell, ding, hit that bell so that you can continue to be alerted whenever I post a new video, which is practically almost like every day. Like some days I'll take a break, but for the most part, I film every day. I love it, what can I say? So tomorrow we're actually gonna do an update on my Brazilian Rainbow Boa Skittles. At that point, it will have been 3 days since she's last eaten. And that was the first time she's eaten for me. So now technically we can start a handling process, which I've handled her a couple times. Just, when I first got her, and she's like really, really easy to handle. So it's really cool. So if you want to see a Brazilian Rainbow Boa, make sure you join us tomorrow. And yeah, I'll post it up and we'll go from there. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Have a great day. You're awesome. Blkhippiee loves you. Blkhippiee out. Peace.